All right, so today we are going to learn how to read a recipe. We are not going to watch this guy. Classic. Okay, so while you're working, a reminder that you can chat with others quietly at your table. You can listen to music. You can use your Chromebook to access videos and the slides that I'm going over today. And you can use the restroom one at a time. You cannot be watching YouTube. You cannot watch videos of other people playing video games. Okay, don't be on TikTok or Instagram. Please stay at your assigned seat. Okay, don't be out of your seat. Don't be running around. Don't be distracting others. If you finish early, you may read, you may put your head down, you can rest or work on stuff for other classes. Okay, please don't rot your brains with TikTok. All right, here we go. There are 7 parts of a recipe. So the first part of a recipe is just the title. So for some reason, I don't have a slide on that, but it's just the name of the recipe. Okay, so like last week, the title of the recipe was monkey bread, right? Okay, then the next part is yield. Yield tells us the number of servings that a recipe makes. So knowing the yield can help us in advance, help us plan the right amount of food. So like this vanilla cupcake recipe, it serves 12. So that means there are 12 cupcakes for this recipe. If I was making cupcakes for the entire school, I would need way more than 12, right? So the yield helps us figure out, okay, how many times do I have to make this recipe to get the amount that I want? All right, ingredients and amount. So every recipe will have ingredients listed in the exact amount they need. And usually they're actually listed in the order that they're used in the recipe, which is really nice. The ingredient list should tell you how to prepare the ingredient as well. So does it need to be minced, chopped, diced, blended, whatever. It also includes step-by-step directions. A recipe should have directions listed in order about how to finish the dish. And you want to look for words like first, next, meanwhile, until. It's also really important to read all the directions all the way through to the end before you actually begin your recipe, because you don't know if you're missing equipment. You don't know if maybe you need to go to the store and grab something, but you need to read all of the directions through. Okay. Sometimes they list them in steps. Sometimes they're numbered. Sometimes it's just a big paragraph that you have to figure out how to chunk into steps. All right. Special equipment. So most recipes do not include all the equipment they need, just the specific things. So recipes often list the size or type of bowl, pot, pan, or baking dish. This is also why it's important to read all of our directions all the way through. So like this vanilla cupcake recipe, we've got a muffin tray. We've got paper cases, which is like the muffin liners, right? That needs a wire rack. You also need a piping bag to spoon the buttercream, right? So that special equipment is listed within the directions. So you have to check for that because it's not going to tell you outright in a list. And then the time. So some recipes give you specific times, like bake for 15 minutes, chill for at least 2 hours. Other recipes will tell you what it looks like for things to be done. So like it doesn't say saute the onions for 5 minutes. It says saute the onions until they're soft or chill until firm. So you just have to read it through and maybe ask for help if you need. All right, and then we've got temperature. So some recipes give you an exact cooking temperature. So when we're baking, like we did with monkey bread, we baked it at 350 degrees. But if you're cooking, it will often say something like maybe cook on medium heat or cook on high heat or low heat. So you want to pay attention to that so you don't burn your food. Okay, other recipes will tell you how to cook the food. So heat liquid until it simmers, and simmers is like small bubbles, or bake until it's golden brown, a little brown on the top. Okay. Now, those are our 7 parts of the recipe. Woohoo, you did it. Good job listening. Okay.